want to know if an 8-year-old girl deserved it when a classmate the same age punched her in the face. It's a real-life dilemma, ripped from the pages of the Daily Mirror. Dad, who split from Mum a couple of years back, tells of his concern after noticing a bruise on his daughter's face. I asked her what had happened, and she told me a boy at school had punched her. Her mum had told her it was her own fault for winding him up. I'm all for teaching my daughter to be nice and to respect other people, but I don't want her believing men have the right to hit her if she annoys them. Now, we don't let grown-ups hit each other. Maximum sentence for a common assault, I think, is 6 months prison. But are kids below the age of criminal responsibility, 10 in England and Wales and Northern Ireland, 8 in Scotland, soon to be 12, are they a case apart? Half of all primary school kids have had at least one fight a year for all manner of reasons, fighting bullies, arguing over games and so on. And a quarter of these fights are started by girls. When it comes to bullying, the experts, what do they know? The experts are divided over whether it's better to fight back or to run away. Because in discussing whether this girl deserved a punch in the face, we must also ask if the little boy had any right to throw one. Because while Dad fears Mum's laissez-faire approach is setting their daughter up for a lifetime of domestic abuse, if you look in today's papers, you will find the story of a 31-year-old plasterer who allegedly killed a man with one punch after he was wound up. So let's hope the boy who threw the playground punch doesn't do likewise when he's older. So I'm not sure if gender is relevant here. Maybe it is. Was Mum right to say the girl deserved it, Chesney?
I don't think you could ever condone violence in any way, even with 8-year-olds. I mean, I always say to my kids, whenever it gets physical, as it does sometimes, I have 3 kids, that, you know, as you mentioned, if you're an adult, if this happened when you're an adult,
right, the law's clear.
you're going to go to prison. So, no, it's not good.
When I grew up with my sister, we had quite a lot of fights, I suppose. However, at no point did either of us ever punch the other in the face. And the bit I find most shocking about the fight itself is that the girl was punched in the face, which is... that, to me, if it was they had a fight in the playground and no punches in the face, I'd kind of be with Mum. But it's the punch in the face...
I agree. It's you know, it's violent. It's a real violent thing.
But kids are violent. Can be violent.
Kids fight. Yeah. Children fight all the time, and whatever.
But there is not always... I mean, punching in the face, that's not normal fighting at 8.
And you don't want to encourage it.
It shouldn't be... Exactly. It shouldn't be encouraged in any way, shape or form. Whether they think it was... Whether the boy thinks it was justified or whether the boy's mother thinks it was justified...
But we don't know what the little girl said or did, so that's a huge omission in our story.
It doesn't make it right. It's very hard, isn't it? It's very hard because, you know, I'm always saying to my boy... stand up for yourself, but at the same time, and in the same breath, I'm saying walk away from fighting.
I actually have
you never quite. I want him to be. I want him to, you know, look after himself, but I don't want him to be fighting.
A fine line.
What about Dad's?
Like you said, we're talking about a boy hitting a girl, which is never right in any way, shape, or form, whatever the age.
Although, in 1 in 4 fights in primary school, they're started by girls.
Yeah.
OK, so when we say never right. I don't really care who hits who when it's a gender. The person hitting has committed an act of violence.
Of course.
We don't know how that person has been wound up.
But you don't want to encourage learned behaviour. So if you see your father beating your mother and you are a child, you might think that's OK, that's normal, that's acceptable, and you might grow up to repeat that behaviour. If you're in the school playground and you see a boy punching a girl in the face... OK,
well, let's go back to the... Yes, but the dad's argument is you're setting up a lifetime of learned behaviour at 8, and yet children fight all the time, and 1 in 4 of those fights is started by a girl. And let's not forget I mean, we're now growing up to the fact, becoming aware of the fact that how many victims of domestic violence are men. Yeah. Women on men, men on men.
Yeah, but if you punch a girl in the face...
Why is punching a girl different from punching a boy in the face?
Or punching anybody in the face. Well, where's that going to lead to?
Well, I don't know. That's my question.
Will you then punch the teacher in the face?
At primary school... I don't know if it leads anywhere. I mean, my sister and I had fights where we kind of...
But also, the school... There's normally a school policy against violence, touching... Listen, a teacher can't touch a child. Children shouldn't be able to punch other children in the face. And normally...
I think one of the debates on this, one of the reasons why we're talking about it is because it was a male who said to a female, she was probably provoked. It wasn't a female saying to a man...
I was just about to say to Shazia that... Let's say... the girl subjected the boy to a relentless bullying campaign. And the boy, we don't, as you rightly said, Andrew, the experts are divided as to whether you should stand up to bullies or run away. If the girl had subjected this boy to months, if not years, of misery, and he punches her once in the face, is that justified?
I don't think the one punch in the face is going to stop him. If it is a continued...
Stop her, the bullying, stop her.
I don't think if it's a continued, sustained bullying campaign, one punch in the face is going to stop that person.
OK. There's quite a lot of different issues here, aren't there, when you look at it?
But also, schools have anti-bullying campaigns, and there is a procedure. If somebody is bullying you, you go to the head teacher, you report it, something gets done. They never encourage a child to punch another child in the face.
But this isn't in the papers because a little boy has hit a little girl. It's because an ex-partner has said to his ex-wife...
It's the parents who divide
she may have deserved it. That's the debate.
It is. There's lots of layers to this particular argument. Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.